Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. How are we doing today? Hope y'all are doing well. We gotta get some background noise is what we need. Deer jump scare. Absolutely, Lithwin. Hello and welcome. Hello, Nimble Bubble. Hello, Shuki. Hello, Monsty. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Juliet. What's good, Mag? Mags. Hello, Shay. Hello, Ashley. Everyone send your prayers to our beautiful wife whose tummy hurt. Hi, Ember. I'm so tired from grocery shopping. Well, don't worry. You can relax here with the first grief stream of the year, the Deer in Review. One of our favorite streams to do every year. This will be, I believe, the fourth one. Maybe the third one. We lost count. And that is part of Hello Groot. That is part of something we want to talk about with this year at the start here, is that this was a weird year for us. A lot happened. A lot went on. And a lot of mental ups and downs occurred. And the fucked up part is that we can't remember some of them. Because Rip Grimes. Rest in peace, Grimes. Hashtag. We don't really remember the first part of this year all that well. And we don't know why. We just don't really remember it. Something happened, but our memory of it is blurry, at best. There's a couple things we recall, but most of what we remember is from the back half of the year. So, here we are. Alright. So that said, welcome everyone in to the Deer in Review. If you don't know what this show is, you haven't been here if this is your first year, well hey, guess what? Yeah, that sounds about right. I think that's the case for a lot of people. A lot of people we've talked to have gone, yeah, we don't remember the first half of the year. We don't remember it very well. Some shit happened to all of us. Boy, howdy did it ever. But so it goes. So it goes. But we're past that now. And we're here in 2026. Welcome. Hello, Duende. Welcome in. You're just in time. Yeah, if this is your first year, happy birthday. You're one now. Wow. Good for you. Get out. This is an 18+ stream. So, let's get some background music going. We only changed one tag before this stream, actually. Bring back up the media player. Where is... Alright. We're going to turn this down a little bit. And we're just going to let this kind of loop in the background. Because it's nice to have something going on, you know? It's nice to have audio. Thank you once again, Shuki, our wonderful friend, who composed this piece for us. As a chill, relaxed, you know, a relaxed version of our theme. So, again, Shuki did such an incredible job with both versions of the theme. It's so nice. It's so lovely. We're not joking when we say we just listen to this off stream sometimes. We just sit here and listen to it. It's relaxing. It's wonderful. Yeah, everyone say thank you, Shuki. So, with that said, let's get started, shall we? Yeah, good. Yeah, thank you for giving me the shout out. Shuki has started streaming recently, actually. And we've been there for every one of them because we have been there on the stream. So, you know, hey, tune in sometimes, you know? Give a follow. It's a grand old time. You can watch us see live the horrors of gambling. But let's get started, shall we? We got a lot of awards to give away and a lot to talk about. A lot of ground to cover. So, let's talk about this year. Let's talk about the year in review. And let's get started, shall we? With the viewer's choice of award, a brand new segment introduced this year as an exciting new thing where you send us the awards and your nominees and we decide the winner. How's that sound? We thought that was a fun idea. And guess what? It was. There was only 2 award submissions we had to toss out. Every other award made it in. And those who don't have the award in, they know what they did. One of them was simply too much of an in-bit for not the stream, for our raid team. It was a joke for them. And 2 has been well discussed. So let's get into the first award, shall we? Starting with the biggest boobs spiritually. No, actually. No, the latter was the wet award. The only one we felt required to put in a notice about. But the biggest boobs spiritually award, as presented by Lilith Lilac. Now, this award was an incredible one right out the gate. This was the first award we received. The first submission award. And the nominees for biggest boobs spiritually are... Indeed, your girlfriend was fast on the draw. So, the nominees are... Darling Demon Eclipse. Grief So Dearly. Lily-Rue. Lilith Lilac herself. Barzin Rost. This is a character of mine, an OC. If you've seen us sketch a green-haired woman with scars, that's her. And Gnome Stauber, an OC of Lilith Lilacs. And you know, for one out the gate, we actually had thoughts about this one. We thought about this award. We want to say that up front. We thought about all these awards. Perhaps we put more thought into them than a lot of people would consider. But to us, what it means for biggest boobs spiritually, if we were to simply be sitting here comparing the boob sizes of everyone, that would be weird. That would be weird for us to start messaging to all of our friends going, hey, by the way, you were nominated for an award. Could you please give us your chest measurements? That's a little weird. And we don't need to know that. And we're not doing that. So, however, spiritually, this to us reads, yeah, it's about the spirit of it, which is to say, what is big boob behavior? What does it mean spiritually to be massive of tit? And to us, that means the same thing as having fat nuts. It's about being willing to do things that are outside your comfort zone. It's being willing to honestly sit down and decide and go, you know what? This is what I gotta do. This is the step I have to take. And to live true to yourself. That is big boob energy. Alright? And to that, we are honored to give this award for biggest spiritual boobs to Lily-Rue, our wonderful friend who has made huge strides this year in improving herself, in living true to herself, in embracing what she wants to do and who she wants to be. And as her friend, we're incredibly proud of her, and we are incredibly inspired by her. So congratulations, Lily-Rue, for having the biggest boobs spiritually. We're honored to give you this award. Congrats on the boobs. Next up, most killable in a Western gunfight. As presented by Big Iron Juliet. An incredible one to follow up. So, this one, it speaks for itself. When the sun is high and the iron is hot, who's drawing iron and who's walking out in a coffin? Well, here are the nominees for Worst Gunslinger in the West. Lilith Lilyroo Roo. We're so glad to hear you were actively avoiding work when you sent this in. Now, Shuki. You can wait. Please. Please. One section at a time. Next up, Casey Maripikow Cow. Pecanathan Pecansan Sanathan. Stegustus Stegamemnon Stegrunner T Runner. And Sabrina Servine Phoenix Phoenix. An incredibly fierce competition here for the worst gunslinger in a Western gunfight. But we look at this list of people. We look at these people here, these folks, and thanks to Buckshot Roulette, we've drawn iron with some of these folks here. We've gambled with lives on the line. And so, we knew the answer in our heart of hearts the moment we saw this. The winner of Most Killable in a Western Gunfight is Casey Maripikow Cow. Casey would eat that bullet like it's breakfast. It would be brutal. It would be devastating. It would be really funny. Hello! You've just won an award, Casey! Congrats! You've won an award! You're the most killable in a Western gunfight! Enjoy your reward! Round of applause for Casey, please. Most killable in a Western gunfight. Also, have you ever seen a cow try and wield a revolver? And those hooves? You're not getting the draw fast enough. Never mind getting a shot off. Alright, now, on to our next award. Redditor of the Year. That's right, presented by Reddit. And, dare we say it, in fact, we will publicly say this, this is the only sponsored award. We were paid $10 for this award. Legitimately. It's about hand tracking, Nimble, and the problem is that we have a whole saga with the hand tracking thing we tried to get in, but you know. You could have paid. When have we ever said no to being paid, Ashley? You could have paid us for anything. Hey, this is the only one anyone dared to pay for. So, Redditor of the Year as presented by Reddit. Mac. This is our friend Mac. Our actual friend Mac. Who is, wonderful friend, wonderful person. Grief So Dearly. Melody Burst. An Actual Fruit. Inuamaru. And Servine Phoenix, aka Sabrina. Yeah, Mac, who doesn't use Twitch as well. Now, again, this was a sponsored award, which we would have thrown out for being, we would have thrown this one out for being a very personal in-joke, but here's the thing, we were paid for this, so therefore it plays. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, we are looking down at our Discord right now. We are seeing all of these people, except for us and Maru. No, Maru's there too. Sitting in an actual voice call together. We are literally looking at it right now. Most of these people are in a voice call together right now. So we are proud to present Redditor of the Year as presented by Reddit. And the winner is, drum roll please, Mac, who doesn't have a Twitch account. Everyone, round of applause to Mac, our Redditor of the year. That's an upvote for you, Mac. That's Reddit gold for you. Cheers.
You cannot escape your...
Thank you for the follow, Mac 2, the sequel to Mac. Are you here to celebrate your win of the internet? Mm-hmm. Welcome in, Mac. Congrats on your victory. We're so proud of you. We're so proud of you. Hi, Gerbo. Yeah, this is funny as fuck. Now, let's move on to the next award. Absolutely, yeah. Can I do that from here? There we go. Perfect. All right. Next up, we have the Shavocado Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence, as presented by Shavocado. Now, of course, we understand this to be a category of outstanding achievement in the field of excellence for being Shavocado. Incredible work. Incredibly, being Shay. Lot of knowledge about Magic the Gathering. Who keeps trying to tell us something about something called the Wet Award. All that. And the nominees for the Shavocado Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence is... Shay. Blitz Lowen. Egoraptor. Senator Padme Amidala of the Naboo system. Urza, High Lord Artificer, and Mac. And so, better luck next year, Joe. Better luck. Fuck Urza. Alright, we've got some heated debate here in the chat already for this one, but, of course, we have to give the award to somebody. And so, the Shavocado Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence goes to who we think deserves it truly the most. Is truly deserving of the craft, deserving of the award, of recognition for all of that hard work, and the absolutely outstanding achievement in the field of excellence. The winner of the Shavocado Award for Outstanding Achievement in the Field of Excellence is... Egoraptor! Let's go, Egoraptor! We knew Shay, this is who she would have wanted to give this award to. Above all else, we knew it was going to go to Egoraptor. We knew this. We knew this, and we knew exactly what Shay would want. Yeah, Ashley, you called it. You did call it. We'll give you the credit for it. We wish the Game Grumps were bankrolling this stream. We'd have higher production quality. Oh yeah, no, Shay, you had no input on the winner here, but we knew what you would want in your heart of hearts. And that's to recognize your beloved, care for Egoraptor. We didn't set up a Burgie command, we're sorry. Next up is the BBW Deer of the Year Award, as presented by our wife, Grimace. Now, it's a powerful award. I think this could be my year. This could be your year, Caro. This could be your year. Now, the nominees are Grief So Dearly, Millie. That's my name. My wife, Grief So Dearly. And the winner is... Grief So Dearly! Thank you. We're honored. We're honored to be awarded as the BBW Deer of the Year, and that's why we've added it to our stream tags, So everyone is recognized for this. Speech, alright, well, I mean, hey, this one goes out to all the fat bitches out there. This is our year. This is our year. It's for fat bitches. And we live our life being a fat bitch. It's how we live. It's our creed. Jesus Christ, what's happening out there? What the fuck? Someone is doing donuts in our parking lot or something loud as fuck. That was loud as fuck. That was not a bit. That was our actual parking lot out there. They're celebrating the award, yeah. No, Shay. Shay, you would not want to guess the astronomical sum that we would, that someone would have to pay us to get, to get that from us. Anyways, we're honored to accept this award on behalf of all the BBW deers in the world. You keep trying your best. Be your best self every day. Next up is the cutest Warframe. Yeah. Which, now that we've read that out loud, we think might have been an excuse to get us to make that noise. This whole thing. It's hard to say. Well, this is how it was written, so we honor it. So, the cutest Warframe award, as presented by Darling Demon Eclipse. And the nominees are Kalervo, Atlas, Chroma, Grendel, Excalibur Umbra, and finally, Ureli. Now this is a very difficult competition, of course, to choose from, as these are all adorable Warframes. Who could hate any of these? Kalervo with all of the swords jammed through him. Atlas and his love of punching things. But I love that Tyler album. You're the realest fucker here, Nimble Bubble. We love that. Chroma. Beautiful. That's rocks. That's rocks, baby. It's rocks. Grendel, who loves to eat stuff with his stomach. And roll around as a big ball. Excalibur Umbra, who is, just that, has that little bit of gap moe that really adds to the overall factor. Where's the pregnant one? Not nominated. Sorry, take that one up with Eclipse. Atlas, hello, Bia. Welcome. Yeah, we're dealing with the cutest Warframe here now, folks. I ain't ever had a roar helmet inside me, but if I ever said I did, I was fucking lying. Absolutely incredible. And, of course, Ureli, who speaks for herself. If you've seen Ureli, you know Ureli's adorable. Give me a room alone with Grendel in 3 months. We're fascinating, and I'll show you the pregnant Warframe. That's incredible. We support you so much, Sabrina. And the winner of cutest Warframe, is Ureli. And just a few examples why. Oh, can't show that. Now, Now, here's the thing. That last joke. Whoops, can't show that in a Christian manga. Now, a quick note from the production team. Us. Originally, that was uncensored. That was originally an uncensored image. However, and we were going to gamble with how much we could show on screen for a couple frames. We were told by our creative director, and our wife, that we play with fire too much, and that we should not risk our channel by showing Ureli's cock on stream. One more time for the folks at home. if you'd like to see the uncensored image, yeah, DM us after the stream and we'll send it, of course. Yeah, we'll send it, don't worry. Next up, we have... Well, don't worry, we're giving out the Viewer's Choice of Awards. We'll send the picture, don't worry. This is the Best Game to Kill Your Friends In award. As presented by Sabrina. Thank you, everyone, for taking pictures of that. Whoop. There you go, one more shot. Alright, that's the last one. We're continuing forward. We see you've DM'd us already, Cow. We see you've DM'd us already. We'll do it after. We're not doing it right now. And the best games to kill your friends in, the nominees are Buckshot Roulette, First Class Trouble. We're seeing DMs rolling in on our other monitor here. Tower Unite, Straftat, Bopple Battle, whatever that is, and Portal 2. All fantastic games to kill your friends in. Straftat is an incredible game. Honestly, again, this listing is incredible. That's 2 more DMs that have rolled in instantly. We're not clicking on those. We can't click out of the presentation right now. We could, but we're not going to, rather. Now, again, all fantastic games. Presumably, I don't actually know Bopple Battle. Not familiar. Straftat, incredible. Tower Unite, wonderful. 1v1 PvP is godlike in Portal 2, absolutely. First Class Trouble, game of all fucking time. And Buckshot Roulette. It speaks for itself. It's incredible. But we knew in our heart of hearts that only one of these games truly deserved the recognition for the best game to kill your friends in. Incredible, Litwin. But the best game to kill your friends in is First Class Trouble. That game doesn't get enough recognition. It's one of our favorite games of all time to play with friends. It has such a restrictive entry requirement of you have to have exactly 6 people. And every time we get the chance, Melody fucking streamed this like last week, the week before, and not getting to participate is honestly, we were actually really we were upset we didn't get to participate because we love this game. We considered canceling everything else we had going on just to play because we fucking love this game. Oh, incredible to hear, Shay. You'll have to tell us about it. Next up, we have the worst way the Symphogear GX girls mess up beef stroganoff. As presented by your dad, the Squid, aka our friend Lithwin. A very specific award, but once you see the nominees, you'll understand. The nominees for the worst way the Symphogear GX girls mess up beef stroganoff are adding tomatoes, but not garlic. A federal crime, really. Horrendous knife technique. Seriously, what are those girls up to? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. Boiling veggies in milk instead of broth. Who does that? Seriously, who does that? That one, it's upsetting. Absolutely foul. Pouring flour onto beef instead of into sauce. What are they doing over there? That's insanity. How are you going to get a good roux going just pour the flour onto the beef? Never actually cooking the beef. Kind of criminal. And not making noodles to go with it. This is yikes. This is yikes all the way down. But there's one crime on this list that if you know us, you knew from frame 1 we cannot stand for. So the worst way that the Symphogear GX girls mess up beef stroganoff is by adding tomatoes, but not garlic. Where's the fucking flavor? You gotta add a whole thing of garlic. Whole head of garlic. The rest, all of these choices were bad. All of them could have been winners. But this is criminal in a way that we cannot abide for. We cannot abide by this. Add garlic to your meal. I don't care what you're cooking. Add garlic to the meal. Thank me later. Alright? Thank us fucking later. Add garlic to your meal. I don't know. I don't know if it's even edible. Next up, we have the best crab rangoon shape, as presented by Shuki. And this is a hot contender category. The allergy to garlic, I'm sorry to tell you, your friend's wife is built weak. It's built wrong. We're sorry. That's the saddest thing we've ever heard. If you have an allergy to garlic, we're so sad. Thank you, Pindle. We'll pay attention to the stream. Now, the nominees for the best... Thank you. We'd like to look back at the stream. Thank you. For the best crab rangoon shape... Presented by Shuki, the nominees are... Triangle... Pinched pyramid... Folded napkin... and roll. And if you're curious about what these shapes mean, or you can't picture them in your head as clearly as we can picture crab rangoon at any time, we provided a helpful diagram of the shapes of crab rangoon. Now, the winner of Best Crab Rangoon Shape is Pinched Pyramid. Absolutely the best shape. It has it all. You can get a lot of crab rangoon in there. You can get so much crab and cream cheese into that shape. It's structurally sound and secure. Oh, it's everything. It's everything. Perfect size distribution for getting sauce on there. Oh, yeah. That's everything. Next up, we have the Animal Crossing Villager with the most moddable waste award. Also presented by Shuki. Now, there was a bit of an uproar as of late. And some of you may be aware of the uproar, some of you may not be. If you are unaware, someone made a rather inconspicuous and innocent mod that added, a little more curve to Isabelle, the secretary dog. And people went ballistic on social media. It's a very innocent mod. Look it up. It's honestly not. It's honestly nothing that this exploded over. So, we're here to present you the most moddable waste award. We've been knocked off the stage. Yeah, that's the thing. For this category, you'd think, for this whole discussion, you'd think it was like real horny. It's not. It's not horny at all. It's not. Yeah, exactly. It resulted in two separate trans women coming from different angles to get harassed off of Blue Sky. It's insanity. It's insanity. And so, the nominees are Harold, Bob, Isabelle, Tom Nook, and Seabass. And of course, neither is Tom Nook, to be fair. Yeah, listen. Cow, don't you have a gunfight to be dying in? And the winner is Tom Nook. Alright, on to the next award. The Best Overwatch Clone. As presented by Vixie Bombay. And now this one, again, another hot contested category. So for the best Overwatch clone, who steps in to fill the shoes of the giant that Blizzard killed themselves? Well, the nominees are Marvel Rivals, Overwatch 2, Highguard. I've never heard of Highguard before. Oh yeah, no you did, Lithwin, don't worry. We also have the full image version of that image too. Dispatch, Deadlock, and XCOM 2. And the winner of Best Overwatch Clone is Deadlock. And also the incredible restraint it took us to not put a fat picture of Ivy's ass on this screen. It took a lot of restraint for ourselves to not follow up, to not just keep putting pictures of characters with fat asses directly on the stream. Why do you think we chose it, Justin? Yeah, listen, DM us for it after. Most Italian Streamer, as presented by Ashley Miami. Now, this is a hell of a category. Ah, there you are, Meat Man. I was wondering. I wondered if that would summon you in. Italians mentioned. No, we cannot, because there's bias in that. We can't bring anyone in to present on these awards, we're sorry. And the nominees for Most Italian Streamer are Lily Rue, Darling Demon Eclipse, Pecan-san, Maripy Cow, and Odd Video. And the winner of the award for Most Italian Streamer is... That's right, it's Odd Video. It's a... well... I'm getting word. I'm getting word. Okay, the winner has actually been changed. The winner is Lily Rue. I don't know what to tell you. Congrats to Lily Rue for the Most Italian Streamer Award. Yes, but the thing is that it was bought, the Reddit one was bought before when we were making the whole presentation. You want us to edit this presentation live to say this? All right, fine. We will. We will. Where's the... fuck. And the winner is Maripy Cow, the Most Italian Streamer. Why did you have this prepared? Because we're 2 steps ahead. We're 2 steps ahead. We knew this was going to occur. We just didn't know who Ashley was going to choose. That's powerful. That's powerful, Eclipse. Thank you for speaking your truth. And thank you, and congrats to our Most Italian Streamer, Casey Maripy Cow. Wow, I didn't know there was a town in Italy named Vacado. Now, Most Beloved Guest Appearance on Columbo. As presented by Columbo. Johnny Cash as Tommy Brown in Swan Song. Dick Van Dyke as Paul Galesko in Negative Reaction. A classic. Who could forget this? Little Richard as himself in The Murder of a Rock Star. Leonard Nimoy as Dr. Barry Mayfield in A Stitch of Crime. Robbie the Robot as MM7 in Mind Over Mayhem. And, well, just one more thing. Peter Falk as Columbo in the hit show Columbo. All beloved guest appearances, classics of all time. These performances, hard to compare them. But we had to choose a winner. And so, the most beloved guest appearance on Columbo is Gianni Magtrigano as Columbo in The Columbo Dimension. Surprise! Give it up for Gianni Magtrigano. Give it up. Give it up, folks. Well-deserved. Well-deserved award. Well-deserved performance. It's like a Doctor Who thing. Shut your mouth. Don't speak again, you fool. Stay silent. Beautiful. Beautiful. Next up, we have the Deer in Review Award, which presented by our friend Lily Stargazing, which incredibly funny, by the way. Yeah. Columbo Dimension is an iconic performance, but Small Columbo is a standout, a favorite of ours. So, the Deer in Review Award, as presented by Lily Stargazing. Dear Prudence, by the Beatles. Dear Maria, Count Me In, by All Time Low. Dear April, by Frank Ocean. Dear Mama, by Tupac. Dear Agony, by Breaking Benjamin. And Dear Rosemary, by the Foo Fighters. A tough competition, honestly. A tough competition. But the winner of the Deer in Review Award, as presented by Lily Stargazing, is Dear April by Frank Ocean. A masterpiece. An absolute masterpiece. Well-deserved, but win by Frank Ocean here. It was a stiff competition, but again, Dear April has to take it as our personal favorite. Next up, we have the Game Engine of the Year Award, as presented by Nimblebubble. And we would like to start this by saying, really quickly, fuck corporations. Don't stand for corporate interests. Don't. Alright. And the nominees for Game Engine of the Year is... Does it hurt to crane your neck like what? A little bit, yeah. Godot. Unity. Unreal Engine. id Tech. Source. And Game Maker Studio. And the Game Engine of the Year award goes to Godot, the one we're all waiting for. Beautiful. Well-deserved victory. I think it's called Godot, actually. No. I refuse. Next up, we have the Best in Slow, as presented by Slamtaro Time. The nominees for the Best in Slow are Big the Cat, Prince Flea Swallow, Slow King, Heavy Weapons Guy, Bowser, and Guy the Gorilla. A real gorilla. And the winner of Best in Slow is Big the Cat. We had to go with our homeboy. He deserves it. He deserves it. Everyone give it up for Big the Cat, Best in Slow. Everyone give it up. Give up the respect. As deserved. It's a big win for Big. Is that like Columbo? Yeah. Yeah, it's just like Columbo. Next up, we have the Best Silverhawk from the classic cartoon Silverhawks, as presented by Jump Drive Project, our friend JD. Now, we're gonna be honest with you folks. We had to look these up, because we had never heard of Silverhawks in our life before. But the nominees are Quicksilver, Bluegrass, Steelheart, Steel Will, the Copper Kid, and Stargazer. And the winner. Why didn't you know them? Because we've never heard of this show. We've never heard of Silverhawks. So we had to look them up. Now calm down, cow. You can go find grass after the show, okay? And the winner is Steelheart. They're partly metal and partly real. Yeah, as far as we know, Silverhawks never aired on Canadian TV. That would make perfect sense, actually. Audiovolt would probably know better than us. But so, the award goes to Steelheart. Now show Steelheart big butt images after the stream. Hello, Vixie. Welcome. We've given out... Do show the butt images. Yeah, hang on a second. There you go. And again, as we said at the time, that was originally uncensored. Alright, next award we have is Most Likely to Be Dead. Now, this award, of course, is brought to us from the estate of Winston Overwatch. God bless his soul. May he rest easy. Yeah, you know what? There is a big butt on screen already. We've got our own. Our ass is right there. Thank you very much. And the nominees for Most Likely to Be Dead is Winston Overwatch. Rest in peace. Winston Churchill. Rest in piss. Winston Payne. Winston Classic Reds. That bastard Winston from 5th grade who stole my toy train. And LeBron Raymond Winston James. Did I win the Seiju Award? Sorry, no one submitted the Seiju Award, so no. Try a different award show. And the winner of Most Likely to Be Dead, presented by the estate of Winston Overwatch, is Winston Classic Red. I don't think they sell these anymore, so they're dead, most likely. Payne is still alive as long as they keep making Ace Attorney games. Well, yeah, because the award is most likely to be dead, not is for sure dead. God. Cows these days, don't you have reading comprehension? Next up, the award for most likely to be banned off Twitch. As presented by Maripy Cow. You know, honestly, this is a competitive category that I think we really would have put ourselves in the running for this one had we shown uncensored Urelli cock and balls on screen. Thank you for turning us around. We would like to look at the crowd, at the beautiful audience. The nominees are Darling Demon Eclipse, Lily Rue, Ashley Miami. Okay, we'll keep staring at the screen. You just want to stare at my ass. I know it. I know what your game is. I know what your game is. And the winner of most likely to be banned off Twitch is Darling Demon Eclipse. I think it's well deserved. I think you've earned this award, Eclipse, with your performance. And the way you live your life, truly. Truly. That is for you to decide, Ashley. That is for you to find out. Eclipse has been working hard for it, and I think here's an important goal, I think, for all of us, is live our lives like we could be banned off Twitch. I'm trying to talk to the crowd. Come on. Come on, be considerate. You can't even see my ass in this outfit. Come on. And we should all be doing more to live our lives true and beautiful in ways that could get us banned off Twitch. Because fuck corporations. Then show the cock. No, you can't get us banned off Twitch. Then show the cock. Listen, we said we'd DM it, okay? That's the best you got because we're running a show here. We're running a show here, come on. Next up is the final of the Viewer's Choice in Awards. The Best Sopping Wet Beast. A hotly competitive category. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. We really go... Listen. The jokes aside, it's fun to play with the redeems. I love it. We're trying to face the audience here. Please. Please let us face the audience. This is not that kind of stream. And the nominees for the Best Sopping Wet Beast, as presented by Groot, the final award, who won Best Wet, that award, as discussed publicly, was tossed out. Because, guess what? You broke one of two rules. Two whole rules that we put in for this whole show. Two rules. Don't get us banned, and provide 3 to 6 nominees. It was simple. And the Wet Award broke that rule by providing 0 nominees. So it was tossed out. It's that easy. And the nominees for Best Sopping Wet Beast is Mr. Antenna from Deltarune, Yoshikage Kira, specifically after Jotaro rocks his shit from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Father Judd Duplantis from Wake Up Dead Man, Kobeni Higashiyama from Chainsaw Man, an actual chihuahua that got doused in water from real life. And the winner of Best Sopping Wet Beast, as presented by Groot, is Kobeni from Chainsaw Man. Everyone, round of applause. Kobeni sweep. Kobeni sweep. Now, that brings us to the end of the viewer's choice of awards. We hope you all enjoyed it, and we will be bringing this back for next year. We promise. It's such a fun category. But first, before we continue on to the awards themselves, let's get a quick word from our sponsor. Shall we? I'm just gonna pause the music, and let's get a quick word from our sponsor.
This is what it's all about, this video here.
As you can see, that vandal sprayed damn badly all over the vehicle. She has no idea who damn badly is.
A veteran was the target of a vengeful vandal. A veteran was the target of a vengeful video here.
Let's get this straight from the start. You came. Tell me what went through your heart.
I screamed.
No. See what you've done. Let's get this straight. You came violated. Vandalized. It's not just you came the driver's side mirror.
I have USAA.
You came passenger side mirror.
I have USAA.
You came a
double chunk chocolate cookie.
Boom,
I have
boom,
USAA.
boom,
I have USAA.
boom, 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 boom.
I have USAA.
Violated. I don't know who you are.
Damn badly.
I don't know where you are.
Damn badly.
But you may want to start changing your ways, or changing your ways, or changing your name, or changing your shame, or changing your shame. Is need.
No, it's not.
Is your name
Damn badly.
right?
I am.
Damn badly.
I know where you are.
I screamed.
No.
Thank you to our wonderful sponsor for those words. Absolutely incredible. Thank you to our sponsor, Darling Demon Eclipse, for that one. Thank you to USAA. And let's get the music playing again, as we start into the Deer in Review proper. Now, we like to start with one of our favorite categories. The Deer in Review Album of the Deer. And because we have a lot of thoughts and opinions about music all the time. All the time, forever and always. So our nominees this year for the Deer in Review Album of the Deer are All Is Love and Pain in the Mouse Parade of Monsters and Men. Now, this one, you're going to see this as a recurring theme with two of these albums, which is that I don't know how many folks have kept up with of Monsters and Men like we have since their release of My Head is an Animal. You may have heard back in 2012 Dirty, Little Talks, Dirty Paws, perhaps. Classics of the radio pop stations, of the alternative tracks. But they've been putting out music ever since, and we fucking love their albums. But something about that... I got distracted by Jordy Greep, who is not nominated. This is our award category. We didn't open this one to votes. This one isn't voted. But of Monsters and Men, something that's been key to their work since the beginning has been this sense of whimsy, is the best word I can pick for it. A lot of it has to do with looking into things a more fantastical lens, a sort of folklorish angle. All Is Love and Pain in the Mouse Parade sets that aside. For the first time in over a decade, to very simply instead focus on the band themselves and go, this is them. This is the tired people behind the scenes. These are the people who are providing you the fantasy. And there's a lot of weight to that. and that there's a lot of weight to be putting on the shows. Through their own personal struggles, through everything else they do to put on that show. And that, in this day and age, there's something bitingly real about that, with everything going on in the world. There is something painfully real about stepping into that. And that's beautiful. Our next nominee is the exact opposite end of the spectrum. Baby No Money by Baby No Money. This is a party album. This is an album of a white guy rapping over top of, some sick beats, having a good time, and about, bragging about that, hey, he's got money. Hey, he might have no money, but he's traveling the world. He's got people around with him. He's got that dollar. He's got them hoes. And so it's brash. It's over the top. It's bravado. And it's fantastic. Yeah, absolutely funniest possible list. Absolutely. Listen, don't worry. There's a couple extras here on this. There's some more on this list. Don't worry. We're not done yet. But I would be happy to cut it here. This list here. At these two options. It's not quite as shallow as we make it sound, but it's pretty close. And that's okay. He admits from the start, it's very clear what it is meant to be. And it doesn't have to be anything more than a good time. And that's beautiful. Next up, Everybody Scream by Florence and the Machine. This falls into the same category as All Is Love and Pain in the Mouse Parade. This is cracks at the seams. This is Florence and the Machine talking about the weight of the performance and using performing as a spectacle to get away from it. Good work, Vixie, on scrumming. Excellent. Everybody Scream is it's a heavy album. It is a heavy album. But it is a beautiful album. We recommend it wholeheartedly. The next nominee is In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson. This isn't even a joke. We're not putting this in here as a bit. We just love this album. 21st Century Schizo Man is an incredible opener, and then it leads to some fantastic prog rock. It's just a good album. I like it. We like it, and we'll proudly stand by it. It's an all-timer classic for a reason. But here's the thing, folks. We're not showing you the winner. Not in this list, because our brain is insane. And also because we've known the winner for a long time now. From the moment we first heard it, we were confident that whenever this album came to be, it was going to be our album of the year. The album of the year is Act 3, This City Made Us by the Protomen. 13 years of hype building up to this, of teasing, of releasing a single once every couple years maybe, of not mentioning its existence, of doing other projects. And out of nowhere this year, last year, late at the end, out of nowhere, come the Protomen with Act 3. And 13 years is a long time to build up the hype for an album that, honestly, we feared could never live up to it. But from the opening chords of The Calm, all the way through to the dying sounds of The Fate of Thomas Light, it had us hooked from minute one. if you have not listened to the Proto-Men, please listen to Acts 1, 2, and 3. It is worth it, and it is an incredible treat. Proto-Men Act 2, The Father of Death, is one of the only pieces of media that we have actually considered getting tattooed on our body. Getting lines from the opening song tattooed onto our arms. We haven't, but it's still up there. Light Up the Night might be one of the best songs ever. You're absolutely fucking correct. There is nothing quite like Light Up the Night. Until Act 3 came out. A masterpiece. A 10 out of 10 album in every way. It's our album of the deer. No hesitation. We knew it would be the moment we heard it. The moment we started listening, we felt it was going to be it, and it did not disappoint. Give Act 3 a listen. It's out now. It's out now officially. We pre-ordered it from the first day it was available, and have listened to it as each song released. Well-deserved award to Act 3, This City Made Us. Next up is the Song of the Deer, which is interesting. We split this up this year for a very specific reason. Because we want to appreciate the individual pieces of various bits of music. Because some of our favorite songs this year, a lot of our favorite songs this year, may not have come from our favorite albums of the year. Wise Guys on Mars gets an honorable mention as Eternal Song of the Deer. Wise Guys on Mars is an eternal champion. But this is about the here and now. What a wild year that was. Thankfully they invented it for Wise Guys on Mars. And the Song of the Deer, the nominees are Machine Love by Jamie Page. A deeply personal song to us about being a strange, awkward machine that, layers in and trying to figure out how to, communicate and be real with people is something we personally identify a lot with. No, Light Up the Night wins the Eternal Song of the Deer Award. Forever and always. But Machine Love is, to us, it makes us want to cry. Hello and welcome, Mari. Good day. Welcome. Fire content? Hey, happy to have you here. I hope you enjoy us presenting awards in a maid dress. That's what we've done so far. So, next up for Song of the Deer is Bird Brain, also by Jamie Page. Jamie Page has a wonderful way of writing music that sticks in our brain and feels like it's attacking us personally, in a way that makes us want to cry. Bird Brain is unreal. Machine Love is unreal. Any of these could deserve winning the award. I would feel happy and content having given any of these the award. The next nominee, The Hand That Feeds by the Crane Wives. Now, this one is less personal to us, but it was tied to a character mentioned much earlier in the stream, ROC Farzan Rost. This is a song that a friend of ours gave us and going, hey, this kind of defines her, and it's stuck in our brain in a way that really gets our brain firing. It's just a masterpiece. The Crane Wives are incredibly good. Give a listen to the Crane Wives if you're not familiar with them. The album that The Hand That Feeds comes off of is incredibly good and well worth it. The next nominee is Hartebeest by Yale Loker. We probably fucked up the pronunciation on that. So it goes. A small indie music production, Yale Loker, made by one person, as far as we are aware, about their own OC world. They are living a dream that so many of us wish we could only live. And it's just a good-ass jam. Pick any song by Yale Loker, and you are going to be having a wonderful time. And then the final nomination is 21st Century Schizoid Man by King Crimson. It speaks for itself. It's a masterpiece of prog rock, of existence, of music. It's just incredible. It gets stuck in your head. But none of these are the Song of the Deer. There is only one winner of Song of the Deer, and it's a very late contender for the list. But from the moment we first heard it, we knew it was going to be our Song of the Year, and we've listened to it constantly on loop since the moment it came out. What can we say? You never had a choice. Never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option. Light it up. Everything Burns by Tom Morello featuring Beartooth, as done for Final Fantasy XIV, is our Song of the Deer. It is an incredible banger. Incredible banger. Sinister is also up there, absolutely. We could have picked so many of the options from the raids here, but Everything Burns is something else. It is stuck in our brain constantly. Always on loop. Never let the ops win. The fact that Beartooth got the words, never let the ops win, into Final Fantasy XIV in any capacity is incredible. And incredibly funny. Masterpiece. Song of the Deer, folks. We're in fact actually going to take a moment here. It's short enough as a song. Let's get this open. We're just going to let you hear it. We're just going to hear it. We're going to pull it up. Oh, I forgot I had that muted.
Never had a choice. Never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Only one option. Light it up. Ha! Heart is pounding out my chest. The blood boils inside of me. Looking at the walls around me, closing in, I think, what's it gonna be? Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up. Everything burns! Light it up, let's go, light it up, let's go. Everything burns! Light it up, let's go, light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try. Everything burns. Everything burns. Bones are shaking out my skin. I got tingling in my hands. Moving like a lightning strike. I'm on tonight, so just catch me if you can. Never had a choice, never let the ops win. Calm them nerves, got the whole world watching. Ready, set, go, and there ain't no stopping. Got one option, light it up. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go, light it up, let's go. Everything burns. Light it up, let's go, light it up, let's go. I'm on fire, burning brighter than anyone alive. I'm way too hot to touch, so just remember if you try. Everything burns.
Yes. Yes. The last 2 years or so of Final Fantasy Raid has been a tournament arc with incredible music that builds up to this final track, Everything Burns, which is also hilarious because they didn't pay Tom Morello for this. They didn't commission it. They were working with a friend of his, you know, Jason Charles Miller, making music. He was apparently gonna pause that there. Who plays tabletop games with Tom Morello, and thus, he was like, "Yeah, I worked on this cool game, made music for Final Fantasy XIV." The guy there, the composer of that game, real big fan of your work, Rage Against the Machine. And Tom Morello went, "Well, that sounds nice. I like them. I like their product. I want them to have a little spending around song." So he made this. He made Everything Burns and sent it to them and went, "Hey, my friend says you do good work and you have a good crew, like, you know, a good fan base. Hey, here you go. Have this as a little treat. Use it for whatever you like." And that's what led to Tom Morello being in the game. Led to Tom Morello featuring Beartooth's Everything Burns. He just made it on a whim and sent it to them. And so they had to do a bunch of legal stuff behind the scenes. It's like, "Hey, that's really nice of you to have sent this and everything, but like, we have to pay you for this. We can't just use this without legal repercussions, no matter what." The company's like, "Yeah, whatever, just use it." And he's like, "No." So it led to this. Everything Burns is an official track that he made on a whim for them. Yeah, that sounds about right for Tom Morello. Excuse me. Anyways, the next award is the Deer in Review Movie of the Deer. We actually watched more movies than we thought this year. Looking back on it, last year we watched more movies than anticipated. Again, we didn't remember a lot of them, but the ones we did remember and make note of, we did make note of. Now, the first nominee is Mulholland Drive, as directed by David Lynch. We saw this for the first time after his passing, at a theater showing that was doing a special event showing of all of his movies every weekend, showing a bunch of them over the course of a month, the month after his passing. So we got to see this in a small theater with a bunch of other people in it for the very first time. And it's incredible. It is a movie that we will probably be thinking about for the rest of our lives. Over and over again. That we have to see again. There's so many layers to it. There's so much going on. It is a masterpiece of film. Damn near close to being a perfect movie, we would say. And the funniest thing about Mulholland Drive, actually, is that back just after we had graduated high school, maybe about 10 years ago, a friend actually lent us his copy of Mulholland Drive. And went, "Yeah, you should watch this. I think you'd really like it." And, we didn't watch it. We held on to it for 6 months. We did not watch it. It gathered dust on our dresser. Until eventually, that friend was moving out and went, "Hey, could I have that back?" And I went, "Yeah, absolutely. Here you go." And gave it back to him. And we think at the time we felt bad mostly that we didn't watch it. But to be honest, at the time, looking back on it now, we think it was the correct option. Was to not watch it then. Because we don't think as a person at that time, we were ready to witness it. We were ready to have it. And so we're glad we watched it for the first time this year, when we were someone who could actually understand it. The next nominee is Eraserhead, which we watched literally the night after Mulholland Drive, in the same theater. We're gonna smoke that baby like a blunt. It stands true, and it's just the way it goes. Another incredible movie. Another masterpiece. Just really good. You gotta see Eraserhead. It's something special. That baby is meant to be smoked like a blunt. Next, Mickey 17. Movie made by the guy who made Parasite. It was directed by him. Mickey 17 is a fascinating, fantastic movie that, again, It's not perfect. It's a little heavy-handed sometimes, but I think it really needs to be, because it's got to be blunt about its messaging. Because, let me tell you, when we came out and we saw it, let's tell you, saw a lot of people already misinterpreting it. An incredible movie that shows important lessons about, society and all that going on. But the most important lesson that we can take away from Mickey 17 is that we need more movies where we let Robert Pattinson be a freak. Just let the man be a freak and a weirdo like he always wants to be. Like he was born to be. Let him be a freak and a weirdo. Because it's what he excels at more than anything else, is being a fucking weirdo. And it rules. Next, the nominee for Movie of the Year is the Chainsaw Man movie, The Reze Arc, which we also saw in theaters. Exactly, Eclipse, you've got it. He is not a leading man, he is a leading dog. Now, we are someone who has loved Chainsaw Man from the beginning. We love Fujimoto's works. Fire Punch is our top series that is one of our favorite series that we can never recommend other people read. Because it is rough. It is a brutal read. We love it to death. We can't recommend it to someone in good consciences unless we really know them. Chainsaw Man is a little bit similar, but more palatable. And the Reze arc is one of the best in the series. One of the most defining arcs of Chainsaw Man as a series. And this movie does it the justice it deserves. It is a feast, visually, in audio, and just in storytelling. The additions it makes to it all feel natural. It fits. It's put together so beautifully. Even if you don't know a damn thing about Chainsaw Man, we'd say the Reze Arc movie is worth it. Just because it is an animation feast. And it is a treat for the senses. And the final nominee is a special one. It is all 4 John Wick movies. We'll take a sip. All 4 of the main John Wick movies, which we watched for the first time this year. And what a fucking series. It was fascinating to experience John Wick for the first time this year after almost a fucking decade, it feels like, of John Wick movies being out and everything. Of just the reputation John Wick had built coming to match the myth of the man in the movies themselves. And there's something incredible about that. Experiencing what is, that sort of pop culture zeitgeist in such a way. So let's talk about all 4 of these movies, shall we? Now, Caro, here's the thing. Hokkaido is on this list, but we honestly forgot to write it. It was written in our notes. Hokkaido was going to be on this list. Hokkaido, let's take a quick detour before we talk about John Wick. Let's talk about Mechanical Violator Hokkaido, which is a utter masterpiece. It is a tokusatsu film like no other. It had some honestly stunning visual design, visual effects. The final fight scene, if you can find the director's cut, unmatched. Unmatched. It's a beautiful, earnest mess, and it is an incredible film. It deserves to be on this list, and it is on this list, but we legitimately forgot to write it in our scramble of putting this presentation together. Please watch Mechanical Violator Hokkaido, especially the, Listen, if there's time at the end of this, we might cut out a bit of Mechanical Violator Hokkaido for everyone to see. Just the final fight scene. But let's talk about John Wick for a moment here, shall we? Yeah, thank you to Shuki, who showed us all 4 John Wick movies over the course of like a couple weeks. John Wick 1 is a horror film. It is a horror film about the man named John Wick. And it is shot like a horror film, and that's what makes it work so, so well. It is the tale of the boogeyman. Shot as the tale of the boogeyman. And it comes together so beautifully because of that. The Baba Yaga. The Baby Yaga. And we need more action movies that action movies we think succeed in their best when they're not trying to be an action movie. When they're being something else in their core. You know, the Batman from 2 years ago or whatever, last year, the year before, I don't know, works as well as it does because it is an action movie that's shot like a detective film. And John Wick 1, God, that was 2022? Fuck. God, I thought that was last year. Jesus Christ. Or the year before, or the year before that. I don't fucking know. Time is a mystery and a lie. The first John Wick movie works as best when it is a horror movie. And there is not a film out there quite like it. That's also true, Audio Forward. That's why that one works so well, but we talked about that one a couple years ago, I believe. But that's what makes it John Wick work. The first one, and we would still say, even with all 4 of the John Wick movies existing, there is no movie quite like John Wick 1. John Wick 2 is more of a thriller, as it puts more focus on John Wick himself, and we follow him more as the main character. It's much more of a thriller than it is a horror movie. And that, again, works to its strength by not being John Wick 1. It has no desire to be John Wick 1. And that's good. That works. Now, if John Wick 1 is a horror movie, and John Wick 2 is a thriller, John Wick 3 is a comedy. And it is hilarious. It is earnestly and honestly hilarious of a movie. It has so many good visual jokes during its entire run, so many little bits that you can blink and miss them as it does things. The fucking knife room at the start. The long extended sequence of a man breaking apart a glass to put together a revolver. An old-fashioned, like, colonial revolver or whatever. To kill one man with it and then run off without the gun. Is incredibly funny. It has so many good bits. So much little comedy in the whole thing. And it is fantastic. And John Wick 4... Well, John Wick 4 is the end of a legend. John Wick 4 is a tale that I think, yeah, it is one of the funniest scenes. That's the thing. There is so much inherent comedy in John Wick that is incredible. But, it's so good. There's so many fantastic moments. We could talk about it forever. But, no, we didn't watch Ballerina. We did not watch Ballerina, no. We just watched the first 4. Because Ballerina is not an actual John Wick movie. It's in the world of John Wick. But anyways. The 4th one is the end of a tale. It is the sort of story that I think works best talking about in the same way that Mad Max is talked about. Which is that Mad Max as a story is not meant to be coherent in the sense that there's not really like a timeline for Mad Max films. They're fables. They're fables told to each other in the wasteland. And that's why Mad Max can look different, can show up and just vanish at the end. Because it's a fable. And that, I think, is where John Wick 4 really succeeds. Is that it is a fable at the end. It is the end of a story. And it pulls the whole thing together beautifully. And yeah, there could be vampires in John Wick and it would make perfect sense. All incredible contenders for Movie of the Year. But of course, we have to give the award to one of them, right? So of course, the 2025 Movie of the Year is The Muppets Christmas Carol, ladies and gentlemen. The greatest film of all time, every year, all time. There's never been a better movie. They've never made a better one. They never will. Cheeses for us Mises. It's an all-timer. Never better. The Movie of the Year, every year. You missed the chance to see The Muppet Christmas Carol with a live orchestra last year, Carol. We would have killed somebody to see that. We would have moved heaven and earth to see The Muppet Christmas Carol with a live orchestra. That's insanity. Carol, we would have killed you to take it. We'd have killed you to go see it. The greatest movie of all time is The Muppet Christmas Carol. It will continue in all ways to be the perfect movie. There's never been a better one. We watched this movie twice back to back. It was incredibly worth it. It's always worth it. If you're going to watch The Muppet Christmas Carol, watch it 2 times at a time. Yeah, honestly, understandable. Oh, Caro, you fool. You've missed out. Let's talk about the show of the year. We actually watched more TV this year than we anticipated. Yeah, you fucking blew it, Caro. But we watched more TV this year than we anticipated. But you'll see a common theme with some of the entries here. Abso-fucking-lutely. So remember what we said about Mechanical Violator Hokkaido being on the list but being forgotten to be written in by our last-minute addled brain as we put together this whole slideshow literally today? So Uma Musume Season 1 is on this list. But it's not actually on this list because we forgot about it in our very rapid writing. Teehee. So Uma Musume Season 1 is an incredible bit of Horse Girls racing. And, listen, it's just a good show. I don't really have much to say about it. It's just an earnest, honest, good show. You don't gotta play gacha games to enjoy it. So, first up is Game Changer. I don't think there's anything that we could say about Game Changer that hasn't been said already. Game Changer is a masterpiece of TV. It's so fun to watch these comedians get put through whatever has come up. And last year, they went above and beyond with the last season there. It was every single episode we watched, we turned to Grimace after and we went, well, how are they going to top that next time? And then they did. Every time. For the entire season. Every episode was better than the last. You could tell me any episode of Game Changer was your favorite from the last season. Any of them you could say was the best in the season, and I would honestly believe you. I'd agree with you, probably. I'd go, yeah, you know what? I get it. A masterpiece of a show. Make some noise. It's a simpler bit, but it's fun. It's fun and it's funny to watch a bunch of comedians do silly bits. It's our whole shtick. We love bits. It's incredibly fun. Now, don't worry, Shuki. Don't worry. We limited the number of entries that we could have from Dropout TV. We actually cut it down to 3. The third Dropout TV entry of so many we could choose is Gastronauts. Because we fucking love that. Oh, it would deserve it if it was all Dropout. We could just talk about, hey, the award goes to Dropout TV. Where's American Dad? Check Melody's list. So Gastronauts is, we love a cooking show, we love comedians, we love stupid challenges. Gastronauts is the epitome of a show that we wish we could make, which is always turning towards Grimace when we're watching cooking shows and going, what if we made them do something stupid? Yeah, the stand-up show, incredible. You know, Dirty Laundry, so much fun. VIP, incredible. Masterpieces, every single one. Every Dropout show is a banger. But we had to choose our top 3 to put to this list. The next nominee is Pluribus. Exclusively the first episode. It's the only one we watched. And why did we only watch one episode of Pluribus? Simple. We weren't going to pay for Apple TV. We weren't going to pay for Apple Plus. But they let us watch the first episode for free. And what an episode it was. It was incredible. It was thrilling. It said so much shit. Yeah, here's the thing, Marcy. We would have pirated more of the show. But, in all honesty, we were sick in bed when we watched it that one time. You know. We were sick in bed, so we didn't have the effort and energy to get out of bed and go pirate it on our TV. On it, you know? Yeah. Episode 1 is some of the best TV that has been there in years. It's incredible. It is a masterpiece. One day we're going to pirate the rest of the show and we're going to watch it. Here's hoping. Here's hoping, Eclipse. Thank you. The main character is a lesbian. Absolutely, yes. It's incredibly good. But the award for Show of the Deer goes to Taskmaster. We're simple. We like to play smart sometimes. We like to act like we're highbrow. It's really fucking funny to watch a bunch of dumbass British comedians do stupid things at the whims of two assholes. It's really funny. It's just a good show. It's simple, highbrow, it's incredible. We watch Taskmaster. Usually now when we're trying to eat something, we go to their YouTube channel, we just watch Taskmaster clips. It's incredible. Watch Taskmaster. It's a good show. It's a great fucking show. It's British, but there's non-British versions of it, so you can watch that if you don't like the British like we do. But Taskmaster is a great show. Hello, John Warframe! Hello, welcome to the Deer in Review! And it made me think so much less of British comedy. That's impressive because let me tell you, British comedy is bad. Yeah, 3D Deer. It's us. 3D Deer. Welcome to our Year in Review show, where we did show Yoreli's ass on stream earlier and almost her uncensored balls and taint. You know what? Just for you, John Warframe. Just for you, John Warframe. Winner of the Cutest Warframe Award is Ureli. Alright, now, Taskmaster, it's a good show. Fuck you. If you don't like Taskmaster, that's your problem, not mine. We're sorry, John. We didn't write the nominees for that one. Yeah, absolutely we would have, Shay, and that's why it's probably for the best we were told to stop playing with fire. We would have absolutely kept cutting back to the uncensored version for this bit. We would have kept doing it. because we were going to show uncensored cock and balls and taint on stream, and we would have kept cutting back to it because we can't help ourselves. And yeah, we believe in you for next year, John. John Warfram, you're making it next year. Next year, you're getting the award. Now, we'd like to take a brief intermission here. To give you a brief lesson on Western lowland gorillas. We believe in you, John. Let's talk a little bit about Western lowland gorillas. Some facts about Western lowland gorillas. Western lowland gorillas promote biodiversity by pruning plants and trees, which allows more sunlight to enter their rainforest habitat. This also promotes growth. Snowflake, the only instance of an albino silverback, was brought to the Cincinnati Zoo in 1966 and is the earliest record of inbreeding in gorillas. Gorillas use different levels of stink to communicate with each other, far beyond the normal "I'm horny" and "I'm upset." Sometimes the message is, "It's gonna rain," or "That fucking Clayton guy is back." To track whether or not their gorillas are pregnant, zookeepers at the Woodland Park Zoo in Seattle have trained them to piss into a PVC pipe so zookeepers can collect the piss and apply it to human home pregnancy tests, which apparently also work on gorillas. Hello, Ordinary Clover. Welcome to the lessons about... Welcome. We are giving lessons right now about Western lowland gorillas as a brief intermission for our award show. Welcome to learning about gorillas. Next gorilla fact. I could win against them in a fight. Grain of Paradise, or Aphramomum malagueta seeds, boost the cardiovascular health of Western lowland gorillas and their offspring. They cannot beat a silverback gorilla in a fight. Sounds good. If you do not wish to learn Western lowland gorillas facts, come back later. No, we did this for fun. Shoutouts to Gorilla. A study revealed that among Western lowland gorillas, there is no relation between body size and hand posture when moving in arboreal environments, despite silverback males being much larger in size. Hand posture is, however, associated with locomotor behavior and support size. You know, I have this nephew and he loves gorillas. Just loves them. He tells me that these big furry guys are really gentle creatures. Boy, I sure wish I could see one and shake their hand for being so swell and big. In 2009, a Western lowland gorilla was observed using a bucket to collect water. When they did an impromptu experiment with 4 other gorillas to confirm that the first one wasn't just fucking around, 2 of the female gorillas repeated the behavior unprompted. This study shows that gorillas are capable of being...
You are a regular guy! You are a regular guy! You can enter a space! You are a regular guy! You are a regular guy! You can enter a room! You can do that transaction! You know how to answer the phone! You are a regular guy! 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 You know what sleep is! You know how to wake up! You are a regular guy! You know what it means to be you!
You.
Wow, I found that one strangely inspiring.
Does anyone know what the fuck that was? Does anyone know what just fucking happened? I lost the feed for a minute. Does anyone know what just happened there? That was weird. Well, anyways, let's learn more about gorillas, shall we? They're covered from toe to tip in short hair, except in one place, but I won't tell you where. These guys, they get eating disorders in captivity. I once saw one get abducted by aliens. If a gorilla starts jerking your shit wild style, you will not have any shit left to jerk after. Fact. Despite my persistent, lifelong fascination with and love of just about all animals, I've never researched the Western Lowland gorilla, and still have not, even in the process of answering this prompt. They live primarily in the Western Lowland. Winston Overwatch spotted alive in Nevada Sorry, what? Hang on a second, I'm rereading the teleprompter. Winston Overwatch. I think we have to move on. I think we have to move on. I think we have to move on. We can't address this right now. We can't address this right now. Welcome to the Deer in Review, Cat of the Deer. I know, Grape. Listen, I know, Grape. We all did. We all saw that, okay? We were all there. We all saw it happen, okay? We can't talk about Winston right now, okay? We can't do that right now. I have the rest of this award show to do. I can't talk about that right now. I can't. Cat of the Deer. Our nominees for Cat of the Deer are our cat Nimbus, our beautiful son. Our beautiful daughter, Luna. Our wonderful friend Mags's beautiful cat, Ram Bam. Our wonderful friend Mags's other beautiful cat, Saladin. Senny Leosh, our warrior of light from Final Fantasy XIV. And Deshuki Miwo. Special nomination added right now goes to John Cat from John Warframe's Cat. Thank you. Special nomination added right now. And the winner of Cat of the Deer is you, the viewer, for getting to see them in that beautiful moment we just shared. You all got to see them. So we all win. We're stopping the show. Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely. Here you go. You couldn't decide, could you? Why would we want to? Why would we want to choose a winner here? John, do you have our, do you have access to our Discord, John? If you hit ! Discord, you can join our Discord and post them there. If that's alright. If you would like to. Yeah, get on in here. Thank you, John. You can post John Cat in any category you like. And so, you, the viewer, get wins for getting to see those once again. The Deer in Review, Returning Addiction of the Deer. You've joined one of those. Returning Addiction of the Deer, the thing that we fell back into hard. And the nominees are drinking so much Monster Energy we became 4 people in one. It happens sometimes. That time we wore a hoodie every single day for a year that messed up our body's thermoregulation. It still affects us to this day. Eating almost exclusively buttered noodles for months. All of these are true. And real. We can now thermoregulate our body exclusively by moving the sleeve of a hoodie up and down our forearm. We're not proud of that period, Mags. But it was a period that occurred for us. The winner is, of course, though, Final Fantasy XIV. You can see our playtime right there. We've been playing it every single day now for the last several weeks again. And we're back in, baby. We're back in hard. And now, our second last award. Yeah, we know we're a little baby, but so it goes, you know? But our second last award for the year, the Stream of the Deer. Our favorite stream that we did this year. The nominees are the Valentine's Revenge stream. Holy shit, Mags. Just for Fallout 4? That's Fallout 4? I'm not gonna say the number, Mags, but damn. Just damn. That's all I gotta say on the matter. Welcome to the Discord server. So, our Stream of the Deer. We are not doing that to our friend Mags. Absolutely not. We are not shaming our friend Mags publicly. That's our beautiful friend, the dog. We are not doing that. We would never ask you to apologize, Mags. So, the Valentine's Revenge stream was an incredible stream. That's the one where we said that we would willingly fuck a Nintendo 3DS XL. And listen, you do so much in your time. You do so much in your time. We said we'd fuck a lot of people on that stream, okay? We said there was a lot of characters we would fuck. A lot of things. Here's the thing is that everyone says they see the vision, and everyone goes, yeah, this is how you'd fuck a 3DS, right? No. Wrong. Everyone says you'd do it hot dog style. Incorrect. You do it table style. We have never clarified what table style means, and we never will. But I digress. Fair enough. But yeah, there was a lot of things we said that we'd fuck on that stream. We will never tell. We will never tell. It's the Resident Evil 4 playthrough. It was just fun. It was just fun to play the game fully. We enjoyed it. It was just a good stream series. We had a lot of fun. We had a wild time doing it. John Cat has been posted. Oh, John Cat is beautiful. Oh, John Cat is beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Beautiful. But Resident Evil 4 was an incredible game. The remake was so much fun. It was just a good time. It was just a good time. We recommend it. The ongoing Kingdom Hearts playthrough. It's just some of the most fun we've had streaming as of late. Is playing Kingdom Hearts with our friends. Having our friends come on and talk about the goofy shit that's going on. Honestly, this playthrough makes the list almost exclusively for the moment of watching Pinocchio go, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. and like watching Pinocchio die. Like dying on the floor and then immediately going, oh, I'm okay now, was incredibly funny. It was so funny. It was one of our favorite moments of the whole damn year. Nubby Rides Eternal. What a stream series that was. You know, that time that we played Nubby more recently, Nubby Rides for however long, was the first time we had played Nubby since then. And guess what? We still haven't played Nubby since. And we may never pick up Nubby again. And we're okay with that. We've made our peace with it. Nubby Road Eternal. And by God did it hurt. But Nubby's Number Factory is a game about playing pachinko, basically. But it's more than that. And it's less than that. But we knew in our heart of hearts what the stream of the deer was from the moment it wrapped up. There was no other stream that had us feeling so electric and so alive the moment it ended. And that's Ashley Miami's Shooting the Ship XS, which was one straight concentrated hour of insanity. We used a face cam. We played bits. We fired off the cuffs. We both went insane for an hour. And it was... we left that stream shaking from just the joy. Ashley has a habit of putting on some of the most creative and wonderful streams that we've seen. Just ideas-wise, entertainment-wise, utterly astounding streams. And getting to take part in one like this honestly revitalized our energy for streaming at the time. Our creative drive. We felt like we were on fire. And we felt like we were on fire for a while after that stream wrapped. It was incredible. And so that's our stream of the year. If you haven't seen Shooting the Ship XS, I think that was a different stream, Lithwin. But either way, we recommend, if you have not seen Shooting the Ship XS, look it up. Get the YouTube link. Thank you, Ashley. It was a stream of all time. And also the 27-minute Nidhogg match was another incredible stream. That's an honorable mention. It was an honorable mention. Another incredible bit. But our stream of the deer is Shooting the Ship XS. Absolutely. And our final award for this year's Deer in Review. Could someone please pin that to the top of the chat? Yeah, after this, if you haven't seen Shooting the Ship XS and have an hour to kill, go watch Shooting the Ship XS. It's an incredible ride. Our Game of the Deer, our final award we're giving out. Let's talk about this. Because again, there's several nominees. But again, we don't remember a lot of the year. We lost like half the year mentally. Sorry, we're having bad acid reflux right now. Resident Evil 4. Like we said, it's just an incredible game. The Resident Evil series, with the remakes and everything, has been so much fun to play through the last couple of years for the first time, and Resident Evil 4 is no exception. It's a masterpiece. We don't know why we ever put it down before. We don't know why we stopped the first time. But we're glad we went back. Because it's immaculate. It was just an incredible stream. Incredible game. Just fantastic. Final Fantasy XIV. We're biased. This always goes on the list. Why? Because it's our favorite game of all time. It's the game we've put the most time in ever of any game. And again, we play it daily still. We log in just to stand around, like outside our house, and just chill. Because it feels right. Because it feels like home. And that's an important thing for a game, I think. Especially a game like, you know, a live service game. Yeah, that's fair, John. Honestly, yeah. I think that's the hallmark of an incredible live service game. Is if logging in feels like home. And to us, Final Fantasy XIV is a second home. It feels right to be there. Elden Ring Night Rain is some of the most fun we've had with friends in a long time. We never got the Dark Souls itch that a lot of folks have. We've still never played, like, you know, anything past, like, a half of Dark Souls 1. We've never played Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. We've played Elden Ring one time on stream, and it was the donation stream where you could fuck with it. We've played Bloodborne for maybe an hour. Sekiro for maybe an hour. We never got the bug for those games. But Elden Ring Night Rain made us get it. Because that's the thing that we've always missed properly in those games. Is just playing with other people. It's just having our friends there with us. And powerful, hot nun women. Added as DLC. Elden Ring Night Rain is a fantastic game, and one that we love to play with our friends, that we are happy to play with our friends basically anytime they ask. If they ask us to play Night Rain, we'll play Night Rain. We're happy to. Speaking of, that is true. That is also true, John Warframe, and that's why Warframe is an incredible game. Speaking of incredible games with friends, Peak. What is there to say about Peak that hasn't been said? It's an incredibly fucking funny game. It's a blast to climb a mountain with your friends. It's a good time. Peak is Peak. It speaks for itself. It gets better all the time. It is a joy to play every single time. We just love it. It's simple. You look like a little gnome with a Plague Doctor's outfit on now. It's fun. It's goofy. Sonic Racing Crossworlds. This is Game of the Year, the final award category, Justin, yes. And Sonic Racing Crossworld, John, oh, you should get it. It is, my God. For a long time now, Mario Kart stood dominant at the top of kart racing. No one could live up to Mario Kart's legacy. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe seemed like the be-all, end-all of kart racing games. Our personal favorite, Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, couldn't even make a dent. Several Sonic racing games came and went in the time that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still existed. But Sonic Racing Crossworld is the first time that someone's done it better in a long time. Sonic Racing Crossworld is a better kart racer. And especially with the new Mario Kart, we can only go by what we've seen, because we couldn't play it, because the Switch 2 was $800 here in Canada on launch, and we're not paying that, because we don't have $800 to just spend willy-nilly on a fucking game system. Nobody has done it like Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's just a blast of a kart racer. It is, for the first time in a long time, it's one of the best to ever do it. It's just that good. They got Hatsune Miku in that bitch. It's wonderful. They brought back the hoverboards. They brought back the gears from Sonic Riders. Minecraft is there, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care about that part. The Extreme Gears. Thank you for that, Grape. Sorry, we've had a long stream here. And the final nominee is a game that isn't from this year. But... oh, there you go. That's the way to live. That's a good way to live, Diona. But the final nominee this year is a game that we can finally put on this list because we finally completed it. Neon White. This is a game we get addicted to. We love competing for the best times. It feels incredibly good. There is no high on this beautiful planet for us quite like beating our friend's time on a level in Neon White and showing them a screenshot and them calling us names in our DMs. There is no feeling better on this planet. There is no ambrosia as sweet as the suffering of our friends when we've dominated their time after 3 hours of effort. Just like there's no sting quite as great as when our friends come back 10 minutes later and go, okay, I did better. There's no sting quite as that. It is a drug that we could never quit. We fall off for months at a time and then we come back and oh baby, it burns. But it's time to talk about the Game of the Deer. And the award goes to a game that we didn't think it would. But the more we think about it, the more we thought about it at length, is the more perfect of a game. It's the style of game that we always wanted since we were a kid. This is the sort of game we've always wanted. And when we finally got to play it, it felt so sweet. It was everything we could have asked for. And it asks a simple question. What if you had to climb a building that hated you? Our Game of the Deer is White Knuckle. A masterpiece of a game. It's incredible. More and more lately, it's been hard to tell, but it has been... off stream, we play this game a lot. We played this game a fair bit off stream. Just because it's fun to just climb and go. And see our friends' time and go, we can do better than that. And go. It's the same sort of it's the same sort of itch that Neon White scratches. It's a masterpiece. I love to be subsumed by the mass as I fall to my death, and I love to hit the restart button and go again, without hesitation. White Knuckle is our Game of the Deer. It's not the game we played the most this year, but by God, it's one of our favorites. And that's the final award for the Deer in Review 2025. We don't have a whole lot more to talk about here, but we're going to talk for a little bit before we wrap up this stream, alright? We're back here now, folks. So, normally we continue the presentation because we go, alright, well here's the games we've got coming up. Here's all that fun stuff. But, two things. One, this presentation took us a lot longer to make than we anticipated, and I'm not gonna lie to you, a lot of it was in figuring out how to do that Yorelli ass bit. And get that to play. It took us a bit longer than we anticipated to get that set up. But, you know, it was worth it, I think. It was worth the effort. But it took us longer to make this presentation, so we left it out because we figured we could just say our words. And so there's a couple things more we want to talk about, which is that how much you all mean to us as viewers and as friends. There's been no greater joy in our day-to-day than knowing we get to come and do this and put on a show for all of you. And know that we're going to play the heel in a lot of streams, and we're going to have a damn good time doing it. But from the bottom of our hearts, we do love you all. Our wonderful friends who come onto the stream with us, those who just hang out in the chat, you all mean the world to us. And one of the biggest things we did last year was get engaged to our wonderful fiancée, Grimace. And a special thanks goes to her, as it always does, for giving us the chance to do this, to chase our dream of making you all smile and making you all laugh and have a good time together. We're never going to be a big streamer. We know that. We accept that. We're not exactly going to be... We're not going to be the next Germa. We never could be. Not without some serious work. But we're happy. And that's all we could ask for. And it's thanks to all of you. And it's thanks to our wonderful wife. Whew. So thank you for following us, as you have for this last year, maybe years in some cases. And here's to another year, moving forward with all of us together. And we hope we can put on some more damn good shows for you. Whew. Should have saved that for the very end. We've still got a couple things to talk about. Mainly, a segment that we've done before, which is talking about the upcoming streams of the year. Of, well, what are the big budget items we want to stream? And the answer is that we looked at the last year's and the year before. Hello, Maharu. Thank you for the raid. Hope you're all doing well. You're coming in at the tail end of the stream. We're about to wrap up. Pretty shortly here, we're going to be wrapping up. But thank you for raiding in, and thank you for being one of our wonderful friends. As always, Maru. Now, we looked, as we said, we looked at last year what we announced as our upcoming streams that everyone's going to want to see. Our, what are the big games? And we realized something in common. 2 points in common. One, we decided those all on a whim. The same way we decide most things we stream, is on a whim in that moment, when we were putting that presentation together. And 2, that out of the list we gave last year, we only streamed one of the games we announced, and only one time. So, our bad, first of all. Our bad on that one. Oopsies. So it goes, right? We get distracted. We lose track of what we want to do. We constantly change what we want to do because that's who we are as people. As a collective of 4 weirdos, that's who we are. So we're not going to announce a big thing here. We're not going to start announcing, these are the big ticket streams we're doing this year. Because we're going to probably change our mind 12 times before we even think about doing those streams. But there are some streams that we want to announce coming up. And thankfully, we've got a little help for that. Courtesy of our final video of the night. We've got a little bit of help.
celebrate 10 years of Danganronpa in despair.
Ahem, ahem. Testing. My...
Three games in the deadly Danganronpa series are coming.
Well, I mean, that... The date was a little wrong, but, Danganronpa will be occurring early into this year. And more than that, on Tuesday, we're going to be streaming Of the Devil Episode 1. On Thursday, we will be returning to Kingdom Hearts. And we'll go from there. And we'll go swinging. So, that brings us to the end of 2025's Dear in Review. We've already said our emotional piece. So, thank you again for tuning in and enjoying this with us. Thank you for coming to listen to our dumb opinions, and thank you for submitting awards to our silly show. We're going to bring that back, because that was a lot of fun. We're excited to get into this year swinging, and going wild. So, before we sign off, thank you again for giving us this chance, and for riding with us. We're hoping to do more this year, be louder, be stupider, and really capture the year of the fat bitch. And really lean into that energy from frame 1 all the way to the end. So, whether you're a long-time watcher or this is your first time here with us, thank you all so much for tuning in. Have yourselves a wonderful day, night, whatever time it is for you. And as always, we'll see you next time. Goodbye!